Darko Peric with us today. Welcome to Morocco. This is not your first time, is it?
Shukran. No, it's not my first time. It's the second time in Morocco.
And what was your first impression of Zagora, since it's your first time in Zagora, in your second time in Morocco?
Yeah, Zagora is amazing. The first impression I had on my way from Marrakesh to Zagora through the Atlas Mountains, it's just unbelievable. It reminds me of the vast of the mountains of Kyrgyzstan that you saw in my movie. And Zagora is just amazing. It's the first time for me being so near to the desert, you know, that you can feel the desert. And yeah, it's very nice. I like.
How similar was it to your expectations?
You know, in my life I learned that it's better to don't have expectations, you know, so I don't check even on the internet, you know. I saw like some photos, but you know, with a filter and everything. I work in the movies, you know, I know it's, so I didn't expect nothing and I was really surprised. I like, because it's full of kids on the street, they're playing on the street, they're playing football everywhere. I really like that.
And have you had this experience of cinema in the desert before?
No, it's the first time for me.
Well, we are very honored that your first time is with us. And we saw your film this morning, Territory. And is there anything you can tell us about what inspired it?
Basically, what inspired me, it's my love for that kind of wildlife, that kind of cinema. That's my passion, you know. Of course, as everybody, we need to work to live, you know. That's why I'm doing in the commercial cinema. But my passion, really, it's outdoor cinema, wildlife, because my formation, education is veterinary medicine. So, and animals, I think it's beings that really need our help because they cannot stand the humans by themselves alone. So that's why that was one of the drives that makes me do this movie, you know, because snow leopard, Libris, how they call it in Kyrgyzstan, is the endangered species there, you know, was almost to disappear because of the greedy humans going there and hunting, you know. So we went there and we want to, with this small documentary, we want to show, you know, that animal and to show how that kind of animals live in that kind of wilderness, you know, and they are still not safe, you know. That's crazy.
Well, it was a beautiful, raw film, and we are really thankful you went that far away to show us what it's like. We also really enjoyed knowing Darko beyond his most famous role, which is Helsinki. How did you feel sharing yourself with us beyond what everyone knows, beyond what you are most famous for?
Yeah, it's always pleasure, you know, when you see people discovering some other facet of yours, you know, because it's normal, you know, the audience, the big audience who watched La Casa de Papel, they only know me as Helsinki, but as I said before, I'm an actor, I'm a producer, I have another facets, you know, I have much more to offer than the Helsinki, and it's always nice to see people to talk about something else than the Helsinki, you know. That always I have to say that I'm grateful to Helsinki and to Casa de Papel because of that role. I'm here now in Zagora, you know.
Thank you very much, and stay tuned with what we celebrate next as part of Zagora International Film Festival.
Merhaba.
شكرا.